I carbon copy them.
DJ Cash.
Yeah, done well. Carbon copy. The whole of them fraud. Them is say them a track yard. Why? Man, we say never abroad. Them can never catch me off guard. Man, started like a cancan. Can't run away from my yard. Y'all depend on the soup or the starch. This is what me give to my dogs. Dog, you don't need glasses. You see, so them don't real. Them a try a long crosses. You see, so them don't real. Don't roll. You don't need glasses. You see, so them don't real. Dog, you don't need glasses. You see, so them don't real. If them ever
The amount of struggles from my face, man, I forgive thanks in a real life. Real life. I pray, man, I pray, and I go on all the faith in a real life. Real life. The amount of struggles from my face, man, I forgive thanks in a real life. Real life. Enough used to say me not rich nowhere, but still one day I'll survive. Well, enough to me smile and know my life unhappy. More while a little rice and mackerel. Still me hold the faith and I call pan Selassie for make it in a life. Me know I'm happy. People might see me and smile and believe say everything fine, and just through them can't see the inside. More while man happy. Talk it out when hungry at twist stripe, cause life it lucky like a in right. The amount of struggles from my face, man, I forgive thanks in a real life. In a real life. I pray and I go on the faith in a real life. Real life. Struggles from my face, man, I forgive thanks in a real life. In a real life. No used to say me not rich nowhere, but still me I survive.
I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, you can depend on me. Yes, you can. You can depend on me. Yeah. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on you, I'm in your corner, friend. Cause I'm in your corner, and I'm never gonna let you down.
And if me lose it all and everything slide down, stand on the big ride, she stand up by the king side. I'm some dog, I want it down on the inside. One call and them still smile, I'm on town, the thing vibe. In your corner like the coach, the ringside, yeah. From we used to know no clothes, catch no swing my way. I duck my tone and not the road, but never switch and say. And if we fight to death, that's the right way. Yeah.
So when I call you my brother, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I realness, I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. Different the time we will play together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around,
them know how we reach the way. Them only want we listen when them teach we say. It's a MP, so you mean to say. Get to use that we live the way. Them want we for fall, but that now I'm not at all. No, them want we for fall. Raise up the food and take the dance hall. No, man a standing soldier. You not see we ball. Man a real standing soldier. All when we back against the wall. Man a real standing soldier. We not bow down and crawl. Man a real soldier. Judge and protect the soul.
Dreams so you see me girl. Love real and I feel we want. Be a squeeze girl. Fly like Philly bird. Big love they come down.
Oh na 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 na. It's all about Romy and the big fat sister now Yomi. If two of them claim to them know me, all them argument to me. The boy get name Romy and the more insist on a Yomi. If two of them claim to them know me, all them argument to me. But me wonder Romy, why if you know me, I want to ask me man and crack down me go live there and see it like Romy. Oh the boy owe me, him argument show me, him gal want blow me through chase and me blew me. Me here now you owe me, a 15 auntie. Me check it out deep down to the grandma what. Me sorrow got the boy got me, the boy bad mind me. That's why me argument just for not row me. And him big fat sister now you me. Me two of them claims that them know me. And them argument show me.
your body on high, your body on home.
up in a me back. Finger nail make scratch in a me back. Size 10 foot me put that in a the socks. She a grab on pan in a tin a relax. Murder now she chop in a me chop. She a tick like it up in a I make her feel. She did cool now she hot in a this spot. Give her everything me got, baby. I could love your heart, talk love your heart. I can see it in your eyes. I could love your heart, feel love your heart. I can see it. I make you feel nice. I could love your heart, talk love your heart. I can see it in your eyes, your eyes, your eyes, your eyes. I can see it. I make you feel, I make you feel like me fire. You just said I could touch a tongue. Get up on the fires and matter who they are. You just said I could touch a tongue. Make you feel like me fire. You just said I could touch a tongue. Get up on me fires and matter who they are. You just said I could touch a tongue. You wanna bet the rubber don't because the back shot you up.
Yes, people. We just vibing out.
Want me know? Let me tell you now a little story. Me have a man, we have a woman, we don't know about me.
DJ Cash.
Hey, long time off for service. This no sound safe. Want me know? Let me tell you now a little story. Me have a man, we have a woman, we don't know about me. Boy, me know a she, but she don't know me.
Welcome to the den, people.
This is the original side chick song. Be up in my feelings.
This episode of the den is brought to you by Nola and Super Salad. Look them up on Instagram. I'm your host, I love it. Behind me, we got the one and only.
You already know it's called DJ Cash, and we here once again. Big up, big up, big up. Let's do this, man.
Our guest host tonight, sitting to my right, is none other than Mr. Anthony Scott.
You already know what it is. It's your girl Marlon here on this wonderful Monday night.
And ladies and gentlemen, our special guest in the building tonight, join us in the den. Sophia Joseph Charles in the house, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Sophia? Hanging in there? How you feeling? How you feeling? A little bit nervous? It's always like that. Alright, so we start off the show one way and one way only. The first question we want to know, where were you born? Say that again?
Bridgetown, Barbados.
Okay. Sorry about that. So what was it like growing up in Barbados?
Well, I lived in Barbados until I was about 7 years old. I could vaguely remember, but I can remember going to school. I can remember spending time with a lot of my family, a lot of my cousins. I can actually remember getting standing in line for my first shot on my arm. That's why to today I'm still scared of shots in Barbados. But yes, I can vaguely remember. But other than that, I lived most of my life here in New Orleans.
Can't hear the Bajan accent at all.
So you said you moved up here around 7 years old?
Yes.
So give me a little bit about
Who is Sophia? I know a lot of people may know me as this butterfly person, just always out, always smiling, always. But actually, I'm a homebody. I like to be, home watching TV, laid back, for the most part. But other than that, I just enjoy, just going to the movies once in a while. Well, of course, we can't go to the movies anymore, but I enjoy traveling. I enjoy spending time with my daughter and my family, my husband for the most part, and that's it for the most part. I just enjoy family.
Okay. So, you are a serial businesswoman is what I would call it.
That's what we call it. Yeah, that's what we say. That's what we say.
Really?
Businesswoman.
I didn't know that.
You have Super Salads, okay, Chaos Mass, and Nola Massive, okay.
And which I didn't even tell you all, but if you go on my personal page, I also have a resume business called Spotlight Resumes, where I do resumes.
All right. So, well,
I heard that.
Okay.
I do business resumes.
Business. Okay.
I do business resumes as well as business plans, different things like that.
So, what was your life like before all of this? How did you, in addition to all these businesses, you're a wife, right? How do you manage the work-life balance? What did life look like before all of this, and as you build this business, what is your life looking?
For the most part, I worked in a corporate world. Well, I started off, of course, I graduated in business. I have a bachelor in business, and right after that, or during college, I've always worked, so that was never a thing for me. I've been working since I was about 17 years old. I just could never just sit back and not do nothing. That was just never me. Right. So I worked in the corporate business. I worked for great companies like Cox. I worked nola.com, and recently my recent job was working in the university, but I did sales and learned a lot about marketing over the years.
So how do you balance that? How do you balance Sophia's business life and Sophia's home life?
Sophia business life. Well, right now it's 100% business.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't say that. When I say 100% business, I mean it's 100% business. It's not work, like working in the corporate world is what I mean by 100% business, running my business. But of course, still, managing my family, of course, that's very important to me no matter what. That come first, making sure that my family is okay. So that never come on the back burner at all. But I just have to learn how to manage. That is the biggest thing, because actually, honestly, this came by so fast. The salad business, it happened so fast. I didn't even see it coming this fast. So I had to learn how to manage and figure out time management over the past 9-10 months.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You spoke briefly earlier about working in corporate America. Can you talk about the transition from corporate America to owning your own businesses with a big old capital S at the end, okay?
Well, I mean, I've always did something on the side while I was working. I've always done something on the side, of course. Like I said, the resume business is something that I've always done in between work. Someone need a job, they say, hey, I need a good resume. I'm like,
fix that thing up. Fix
that up. Yep. That was me. So, and of course, when it comes to Chaos Mass Band with New Orleans transitioning into the whole carnival world, that became a thing for me. But honestly, I'm doing it more now, but I actually started over 10 years ago.
Right.
Doing the costumes when we had a carnival here, many years ago. Before because I lived here, but then I also lived in Houston for a while. And when right before Houston, we had a carnival, and me and my mind just said, you know what, we need to make some costumes. And I mean, this was before the whole YouTube, just learning. I just had to just visualize it and just do it. And just do it. And that's what I did. And it was, and we were called Caribbean Spice.
Ooh.
That was for your Caribbean Spice. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's funny that we're talking about names. I guess that segues into the next question. So why the name Super Salad, Nola Massive, and Chaos Mass Band?
Well, as you can see, everything just sounds big, right?
Right.
It's big.
Well, super salad just came along because, I mean, everyone always tell me I'm big-handed when it comes to cooking. I'm heavy-handed, I should say. Everything is just, I always serve heavy, and when it came to, doing the salads, it was just something fun in the beginning. And I was like, but I need a name. But I didn't want to do something that everybody else was doing. So I was like, super salad, because when I do my salads, it just looks super. It just looks big. So
it don't look big. It is big. That's
I can't wait to eat it.
People like that. That's people, man.
Okay.
Yeah, people tell me that all the time. Man, that is a big salad. That is humongous. But, that's how I started, and that's how I'm going to continue. I'm not going to change it up, so that's where super salads came in at. And when it came to Nola Massive, it's funny that Nola Massive actually started off as Caribbean United 360, and that's another thing. I actually have Caribbean United 360 on Facebook. That's my page as well.
I can't keep up. I cannot keep up.
I actually started that page in 2014. I want to say, well, it was, of course, after Katrina, but I got excited about the whole idea of the, of course, just like everything else, Facebook changed over. Facebook was changing, and they started doing a group. Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I want to start a page for the Caribbean people in New Orleans, but not only this New Orleans, but also for people overseas to be able to reach their family here in New Orleans. So that's what inspired me to actually start the page. And that's where, Caribbean United 360 came in at. And it was actually beneficial because, when we had hurricanes and storms and people couldn't get in touch with people, they was actually able to go to the page and say, hey, such and such a call me, so that's where that started at. And then when, of course, Instagram started, see, man, I have to do a page on Instagram. So it was Caribbean United, but it just didn't feel right. Mm-hmm. And oh God, I wish I could remember his name. I can't remember his name, but it's actually Hollywood Massive. He's from Barbados also. Okay. Oh God, I can't remember his name, but he plays on Dynasty. He's half Barbados and half, I can't remember his name, but I'll get it after. But I was like, well, maybe I should do Nola Massive, and I changed to Nola Massive, and it just clicked. So that's where Nola Massive came in at. And lastly, Chaos Mass Band. Chaos. Whew. I really don't know, but of course, me and my brain always just have to do something big. And I just thought of Chaos about 3-4 years ago, and it just stuck. It just felt right. I was just like, Chaos is wild, it's crazy, it's fun. That's it. That's what it's going to be.
I love that. It just makes you think of like really bright colors, capital letters, just, explosiveness.
So, exactly. So I'm excited about it.
Yes. So now, we're here and we have food on the table. It just smells so good, y'all. Like, y'all have to be here. Right. If you can eat.
You don't want to
water in
you can eat it.
That's all right. I want to.
You don't want to eat.
Oh, you want to enjoy it?
I want to enjoy it. Okay.
All right. If you could eat one dish for the rest of your life.
And I'm not talking about switching up. I'm talking about day in, day out.
What would it be?
Of course, a salad. I mean, it's crazy because people knew when I came to work with lunch, you have a salad, huh?
What type of salad, or like what's in the salad? I want some imagery. Like, what you got?
Of course, most salads have a base.
Mm-hmm.
You have the lettuce. You have different types of lettuce, but then you have the tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, cheese. For the most part, that is the basis.
Right.
But then, of course, you have all of the extras, and besides just being super salads, also design your flavor. So that's a tagline. So that came about because some people was like, can I get this? And I was like, well, yeah. Then it just came out of nowhere, design your flavor. So, people could design it. And let me tell you, they take full advantage of it. And I get so excited because I can actually design a salad and look at it and just design. I get excited about it.
So you put each item that they ask for in that salad, no matter what it is?
Whatever they ask for.
Creativity.
Besides the basis. If they ask for
I've
it.
had one, and I'm not a salad person at all. Like,
what?
I hate salad.
What? You don't live in life right.
When I was small, I like, I ain't eating no grass. I'm not eating no grass, John. I'm not eating no grass. But her salad, that salmon salad, man, Jesus Lord.
Seeing that how you have all these businesses and all these brands going on, as a business owner, how about you tell us your top 3 priorities?
My top priority, of course, is my daughter. That's the number one, no matter what. Yes. My family, my husband. I mean, that's number 2. And then just family overall. That's just my priority. My mom, my brothers, just that's my priority right there. And then the business come after.
You see, that's the foundation, right?
That's the foundation.
That's right. That's right. And one more thing I gotta find out: how do you measure success?
How do I measure success? I measure success overall by the people. The people help me measure success. You know, I get inspiration from my customers all the time, and you know, if it wasn't for my customers, I mean, I wouldn't even be where I'm at, because they're the one who helped me grow my business, to be honest with you. So for the most part, you know, that's what I would say.
Cool. So I want to switch gears back to what we was talking about before. I want to go back to Chaos Mass Band. Like, that's because you know me, that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to talk about. So give us some more details about Chaos Mass Band. Like, how old you say Chaos Mass Band is?
Chaos Mass Band is about 3 years old. Well, no, it's actually older than 3 years old, because I want to say about 5 years old now.
Okay.
About 4 or 5 years now. Yeah.
And how many? And you've been in 2 of our carnivals, right? Correct.
I've been in 2 of them. Yes.
So tell us, like, what's next for Chaos? Like, what's next for Chaos?
The Mass Band itself, or just the brand?
The brand itself.
Right before the pandemic, I've had people reach out to me from the Zulu brand,
right,
to make costumes. And
don't be bashful, say that shit loud, man. Say that motherfucking shit. What? We in here. We made it. Shit.
So I was really excited about that. Just learning the style of the Indians, and you know, my brother is actually part of one of the Indian groups, and he also, besides himself, someone else came to me about it, and they actually wanted their costumes and they gear for this year. So I was very excited about that. Of course, everything shut down, but just being able to learn and understand the whole business of the Zulu Indians, and how they come up with their different styles and what inspired them, you know, each and every year. Because just like Carnival, we have different themes that we come up with. So, you know, just to be able to understand the theme, and
what makes the same thing too.
Yes.
Okay.
Mardi Gras typically does the same thing. If you ever notice, you know, its theme it's always different every year. You know, yeah. Okay. So it's the same way, yeah.
Mix of cultures.
Yeah. So that's what was, you know, that's what's happening with that. And you know, I always get people hitting me up to do costumes or design. So I recently got hit up to design a costume for someone, so I'm kind of excited about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a designer, owning your craft for over 4 to 5 years, what would you say are your favorite pieces to design and create, and why?
The backpack.
Really?
Is the part that I guess, because you have to be very creative with the backpack. I mean, that is not the easiest piece to make at all. So just being able to come up with a theme and the creativity, I would definitely have to say the backpack. That's the most exciting part.
Did you take a wire bending class or
I don't take any classes.
Wow.
I just
That's great.
That's all natural, baby.
Yes, right there. What inspires you? What inspires your design? Is it something you see? Someone you see design something? What gives you that inspiration?
I just wake up in the middle of the night and it just come to me, you know, just like this right here is gems, you know. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's just, you know, this is gonna be my theme, you know. Last year, gems, GEMS, and so I just came up with a different type of gems, and for each section, because I have 4 different sections in, you know, because you know, of course, you have the band, and then you have the different. So you know, this was gonna be one section, and I had a name for, you know, certain, you know, each section had a different name of gems. So that was just gonna be my theme. So I was excited about that. I was very excited. Then it was like, they're not gonna have carnival this year. I'm like, you know, I was up 2-3 o'clock in the morning, getting my fingers burned up, trying to bend. You know, I was determined to learn how to do bending. I mean, that was the thing. You have to keep up with the fashion and what's going on. So I was like, I'm gonna.
These costumes get more elaborate and more elaborate.
Bro,
yes. I can't. I mean, I still feel like I'm still fresh in the game. So, but I'm learning, and I just like to learn new things. So.
So, do you see Chaos as a business, or is it more than that? Where do you see these businesses going? Are you going to develop something on a large scale? Is it going to remain just small businesses? For instance, the salad bar. The salad. Okay.
You said it right, salad bar.
Is this going to be a salad bar? You know, am I going to be able to come sit down and like a Subway or something like that, order my salads?
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be like a Subway. It's gonna be more.
Period.
Subway, she coming for it.
It's so funny because she could tell you, I always tell her what I think about. I actually thought about doing a salad bar maybe about some years ago, but that's just me. I always think of things in my head. But honestly, when it came to the whole salad business, whenever people have little parties or at work we had a party, I was always the one to bring the salad, so I always did more of the platter, big party platter salad. So it was never really the small salads. But I was working from home right before during the pandemic, and I was just bored. I get bored real fast because of course I couldn't do my costumes anymore because I had to shut that down. Right. So I had to do something else. What can I do being at home? Because we had to be at home. I was like, what can I do? Then I said, you know what? It just came out of nowhere. I was like, I feel like I want to sell some salads. Maybe I'll do it once a month. And it was the beginning of May, the first week in May. And I thought about it, and I said, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I sell it for $10. I didn't put it on social media. I just pick up the phone. I text people. I have friends tell other friends. And it just started as that. And it's crazy because the same week I planned to do the first sell the salads for the first week, that was the same week I got laid off because of the pandemic.
Oh wow.
And I started that Friday and I sold 85 salads.
Wow.
In one day?
The very first time I did it.
One door closed, another door open.
85 salads. And I was just like, and it was like, you're doing it next week again? I was like, well, I wasn't planning on it. Then I told people again the next week, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to go to social media. Some things I just don't like to just put out there. I like to make sure it worked first. So I started seeing people, they were like, it's really good. And people started texting me, and it was like, it's good. And it's like, why you not putting it on social media? I said, okay, well, I'll go ahead and put it on social media. I was kind of nervous because I didn't know how the people was gonna be like, selling salads? But I had to come up with creative type salads. It wasn't just gonna be the regular chicken salad, I had to mix in the Caribbean, the jerk chicken and the jerk shrimp and the flavors that everyone like. Because when it comes to a salad, I mean, you say you don't like salads, but I've had customers that never like salads that the next week they like, I need another salad. So that give me confirmation that I'm doing something right. But my customers are is the ones that actually made this happen for me. They will repost, then it will repost. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it, but I have to just thank all of my customers. I've met some of the greatest people in the past 9 months. People I don't even know, never saw before. People come to my DM, people text me. I mean, sometimes I just sit back like, is this really happening? And I remember the first time I got a bulk order. It was 17 orders.
Wow.
And I'm sitting back like, I'm supposed to do 17 orders. Like, it just came out of nowhere. And it was from Waldenburg nursing home. Hey, Tasha. But, she was the first one. I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. But I again, it was not planned then.
Right.
The next week, we did 4. Sorry, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So your salads didn't come out of a health need or a fitness need or anything like that. It just came out.
It came out of my love for salads.
Okay.
It's crazy though because right before like me coming here, my friend was telling me about the salads. I'm like, dang, everyone had just salads besides me. Like her grandma had it, her auntie had it. Yes.
I mean, I have people coming from out of town, from Slidell, from everywhere. Yes. I mean, I get very personable with my customers. You know, I ask them what their name is. You know, I always want to because they're not coming into a restaurant, so you know it's personal to me, so I always ask their name. So when I see them again, you know, I can, you know, speak with them, you know, first name basis. So I always ask their name. But when it comes to the future, people ask me all the time, but I'm just the type of person, I have to make sure things are working the way it's supposed to work. I can't just jump and say, okay, I'm going to open up a door front restaurant. I have to make sure that this is, you know, I have to make a plan. I've always been that type of person. I have to plan before I do. So, you know, God said the same, you know, then yes, definitely I would love to have a salad bar, but I would love to have a chef, you know, flipping everything in front of everybody. You know, like how, you know, when you go and do your when you get your hibachi, you know, I want them to chop it up and
right in front of you.
Yes, that's the theme, that's the plan. Yes.
So just now you mentioned like the chicken and the jerk chicken. Like what kind of salads do you actually carry in?
All of them.
Like I know salmon because I've had the salmon.
Salmon, chef, the jerk chickens, jerk shrimp, and the regular shrimp and regular chicken. That's the basis of the salad. Then I also have tuna, because people ask about tuna, and I was like, well, okay, I'll go ahead and do the tuna. Tuna. People always ask about fried chicken and a fried shrimp. I try to stay away from that because it gets so busy. I don't want anyone to have food that's not fresh and not crispy and not the way it's supposed to be. So I try to stay away from that. I always tell myself maybe I'll do it on a Tuesday where people can come and get it, you know, because I try to do everything as order. Nothing is pre-made. Everything is fresh when they order.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, Sophia, let me know what's up. What's one thing life has taught you recently?
That you could be here today, gone tomorrow. Ooh. I mean, you know,
that's the truth.
I mean, it's just a sad situation. You know, if you haven't shed a tear for people, you know, in this past year, then you're just not human, because people are just, you know, falling. You know, whether you're getting sick or just dying. You know, you just have to live life and just be happy right now, because you're here today, gone tomorrow. Here last week, gone today. You know, it's scary. So just enjoy life and be happy.
Enjoy every minute, man.
Yes.
So, how about you tell us about what personal take of the Caribbean culture in New Orleans?
My personal take of the Caribbean culture in New Orleans. Of course, I've been, you know, on the Caribbean scene since I was really young. So, I mean, like really young. My dad, he had a little club, you know, we would go, my parents would take us to parties when we was younger. So I'm telling you, we were going to parties since we was kids. I mean, staying out till 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning.
As kids?
As kids.
Best
house parties, not really clubs. Yes, that's how, I mean, you know, when we was younger, we would go to, you know, it was just a clique of us, you know, we would go to house, and we would just party with our parents, you know, the time we was younger. So partying was just in our blood, you know, and just being able to still live the Caribbean, still have my Caribbean culture and then the American culture, you know, to me it's just vibe. You know, New Orleans is a culture place anyway. So I'm happy that a lot of you know, American people or New Orleans are embracing the whole Caribbean flavor. I'm seeing it more and more, so I'm very excited about that. I'm happy that they understand it. I'm happy that they enjoy eating, you know, my jerk chicken and my jerk shrimp, you know, you know, so that let me know right there that they're just embracing it, and so I'm excited about that. But when it comes to the culture, I'm just seeing that many people are just embracing it more and more compared to, you know, many years ago, just growing up, you know, people's like, what's that your parents listening to? All you know, that's how it was growing up. But now, you know, everybody just coming together and they're just enjoying it.
Believe it or not, I truly believe that that's our purpose. Like, because me and you have had tons and tons of conversation about what we could do in New Orleans different. And it's like, I think personally that's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's my job to bring that kind of flavor to New Orleans. You know, not to say that it's never been here, but we just do it a little bit different. You know?
I agree.
Exactly.
Same way I see it too. I believe that we are cogs in a big machine that we just trying to keep this whole thing going on it.
And I think it's, I think we were getting there. I think it's moving. Of course, the pandemic put you behind, but I think being on the back right now is putting you in a position where you can prepare for the bigger picture.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Take it to a different level.
Yes.
So, you're a serial, again, I'm going to use that word on you. You are a serial businessman. Okay? We thought you only had 3, but it looks like you have
like 9.
5.
Like 9.
Okay?
I'm more in the work.
But as a female businessman, as a black female businessman, what advice would you give to young women who are coming into this realm, wanting to open their own businesses, wanting to get out there? What advice would you give them as they move forward?
First, you have to be able to start a business that you believe in, that you have a passion for, that you're going to be excited about. Because if it's not your passion, you're definitely not going to work hard, for. You're not going to do what you need to do to, make it the best. So definitely, if you're going to start a business, it have to be something that your heart is in, something that you're excited about when you wake up, every morning. You know that this is your baby. You're dreaming about it. You're waking up about it. Once you start smelling it, feeling it, touching it, I walk in the store and I see a salad dressing. I'm just like, I'm like, it's a shame, but that these are just things that I notice because that's what, I enjoy. If you selling glasses or you selling shades, research, I believe that you have to research your product. I don't care what you're selling, whether fingernail polish, clothes, whatever it is you're selling, you want to be the best. You just want to be different. I think that's where I come in at. I just like to be different. I don't like to do the same thing that everybody else is doing. And I just feel like if you're going to do something, or even if you are doing something that the next person is doing, you want to be better than that person, or just make yourself enjoy what you're doing, because, people can always do the same thing. You just have to be able, always, that you can't get away from that at all. But you just want to be able to be the best at what you do. Build up your fans, build up your page. Social media is a place where you can put yourself. Many years ago, you have to walk around and put flyers down or tell people. Social media is a place where you can actually put yourself out there, and you just have to be able to humble yourself and just be able to just enjoy what you do. You have to.
Humble yourself.
Yes, you have to.
That's always the first step.
Yes, I like that.
Yes. So, if you had the chance to start your career all over again, I'm talking about all 4 of them. Okay, we have to. We gotta put, it's Women's History Month. We gotta reflect on all 4.
Yeah.
What would you do differently?
Like I mentioned before, I have a degree in business. And although that was a decision I made, of course, going into college, if I had to do anything, it probably would be a news anchor.
Ooh. Look at her, right here.
Yeah, you saw the face.
I can
news
see
anchor?
that. I can see that.
And she came in here talking, she was so nervous. Now look at this okay.
Why a news anchor?
It's I love people, you know what I mean? And I just feel like, well, let me back up a little bit. It was fun because when I was in high school, we had a segment. I don't know if my high school classmates can remember. We had a segment where we did the weather in the morning. I was the weather girl. And I used to always laugh about it, because I walk around school and be like, Sophia, what's the weather today? But I just thought it was funny. But, overall, I just, even from, as a young girl, I remember just always watching the news every morning before school, you know, whether it was cartoon. Even now, I watch news a lot, you know, but I just feel like being in that type of business, you just learn about the world, learn about what's going on every day, learn about, you know, different things. But just being a news anchor is just something that I wanted to do.
I can definitely see you doing that.
Really?
Yeah. So, in this industry, do you see yourself working with anybody, or who would you want to work with?
In this industry, working with anyone? You mean here locally, or?
That's up to you.
It's up. Yeah, you could go. You could go to.
I mean, it is sky's the limit, but it depends, you know, because in my industry, of course, it's food, so it's just really hard to say. I mean, besides food, I'm doing other things, but overall, what I am excited about, and it's not anyone particular I would say that I would love to work with, but I am excited that New Orleans have been able to, because we always, you know, growing up, you always see the people in Hollywood, or you'll be able to see the people in New York or the people in Atlanta, but I'm just excited to see that so many people are coming out of New Orleans. You know, you have Super, you know, she's really popular, you know, she's became mainstream, you know, so just being able to see the people in New Orleans, you know, just get their name out there. So I'm excited about that, because it's about time that the people in New Orleans, just because they have so much of talent here. Yeah, and you have Judy, you know, she's mainstream now, you know, but, you know, just besides them two, just to watch everybody grow their business and just put it out there. And like I said, social media is a place where you can let the world see what you're doing. So I'm just excited that the people in New Orleans are able to just do their thing and just not just stay local, but nationwide.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well said. Well said. So that's it, people. That's basically us picking the mind of one of the biggest female entrepreneurs. We could say that. Biggest brands. Let's just say that. And also in the Caribbean, here in NOLA. And this is the time, people, where we do Artist of the Week. And we're featuring the boy College Jesse alongside the girl Ray with this one called Soca Make Us.
It's red. College boy Jesse. Oh na na. One set of people in the streets and they turning the place up. Place up. Place up. Place up. I get to know, I see if you see me only walking my ways up. Ways up. Ways up. Ways up. We sing so free all we hands brought up. About time we start to warm up. On the road we jamming non-stop. Nothing else
Yes, people. That was Collins boy Jesse and Ray. Name of that song is Soca Makes Us. You know, check it out on Instagram and YouTube. All right, so Sophia, you got a segment, huh? You got a couple? All right, so this segment of the show, we get questions from the viewers. So Anthony gonna take over on that.
Oh wow!
All right, ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Go to.
All right.
I go just stay and eat my salad.
Let me see that.
All right, I got a couple questions here. Somebody said that it would have been eaten during the show. Salad look good.
Yes.
Okay. She said, somebody asked if you do or will you start meal prepping, you know, and well, she said specifically for big girls, but I would say, would you start meal prepping for people who need portion control? Is that something you plan to do?
I mean, I could definitely, like I said, my tagline is design your flavor. So whatever you want, ask for it.
Okay.
And if I can do it, I will do it. You know, if you want, you know, everything right now is super. I already do meal preps, and you get 5 salads for $55, so it's 5 for $55. Yes. And they're all big as well, but if you're looking for portion control, I can definitely do what you like. If you know, I had someone, like I said, I get so excited because, again, you know, it's almost like if you're a fashion designer, someone has this vision for what they want. When it comes to the salads, I actually have people have, you know, they have different things that they want in their salad. You know, I only want spinach, I only want kale, I want beets, I want broccoli, I only want this on my salad, and if that's what they ask for, that's what I give them. Okay. So, you know, if you want it, ask for it, and if I can do it, I will definitely do it.
Okay.
Build your salad.
Build your own
salad. Design your flavor.
All right. Is your plan to build generational wealth with these multiple businesses that you have? Is this something that you see? You mentioned you had a daughter.
Yes.
Is this something you see her supporting you with, probably eventually taking over one of these businesses?
I mean, definitely. I mean, because Portia is my only daughter, but yes, I would definitely. You know, of course, first of all, I want her to have her own, you know, goals and her own dreams. You know, that's definitely number one. But if she can, I would definitely love to put her in a position to be able to manage my business as it continue to grow, and I pray that it continue to grow. And like I say, with the help of my customers, I give all praise and thanks to them because they have helped me to build my business to what it is right now. But definitely, yes.
Okay, and I have another question, 2-part question here. What is your goal for Chaos Mass Band? How far do you plan to go? And so go ahead, give me that answer.
Of course, with a lot of mass bands, you know, a lot of bands are local in their own city, on their own island. But of course, I would love to grow and travel with my band, you know, go to other cities for carnivals, so and support other carnivals in other areas. So that's definitely a goal of mine, to be able to move around with Chaos Mass Band.
We come in.
If somebody say we come Sophia in. Designed for me, you're gone.
We come in.
Like if somebody have a carnival, Miami have a carnival, and you know Miami's carnival is a bunch of different bands, and
Miami carnival is. That's going to come with a prayer and a prayer, because Miami is.
But you're gone.
But I would love to go.
Speak it into existence.
You know, Miami have some. I mean, amazing. Okay. Love Miami Carnival.
Listen,
I hope I'm pronouncing this.
I can see that though, like with the masquerade outfits and the salads when you're coming off the truck. Yes.
Okay, you have a niece by the name of Quell.
Oh, yes.
A nephew by the name of EJ. All right.
On there?
Yes. They said to tell T, congratulations.
I got a question. Well, I don't think we talked about it. I don't think it's another brand, but what about those pop-up shops you've been doing?
Yes. Tell us about
yes.
Yeah.
Nice one, Cash.
The pop-up shop, again, the people, you know, my first pop-up shop, you know, I did in the yard, there was a young lady. She does the custard shop. Ariel, what's up, Ariel? She did, again, this was in the beginning of me doing my salads, and she came into my DM. Didn't know this girl from anywhere, and she was like, "Hey, I'm doing a pop-up shop, and I would love for you to be part of it." I've been seeing pop-up shop popping up here and there. I didn't really know much about it, but just like everything I do, I always like to research it and understand, get more information about what it does and what it do for you. So when she came to me, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know." She was like, "The deadline to put the money is such a day, such and such a date." And the night before, I was like, I just prayed on it, and I said, I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna do it. And it was funny because I was only doing Fresh Salad Friday, so a lot of people that couldn't meet me on Friday, once they saw me advertise, because once I do something, I'm gonna keep posting and advertise. Right. So I made some flyers, and that's another thing I do. I do flyers and different things like that too.
That's like
everything
5,
I promote,
6, 7, yes.
Everything you see that's on there, I design them myself. So I just designed and I put out there that I was having a pop-up shop. I was going to be part of this pop-up shop, and once I set up the table, I just started seeing the lines of people. I mean, it just came out of nowhere, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do,
And no. I'm saying we was waiting 20-30 minutes for a salad. I was there.
And I was like, I really didn't know what to do, because, even though, we would sell, I helped my mom sell her food. It was different because this was my thing, and I just didn't know it was different for me. So long story short, as the months go by, I get more people asking me about it, doing pop-up shops, and my fries was getting so busy. I was like, I don't know if I could do it. But then people started coming to me, "Hey, when you going to do a pop-up shop?" I said, "Well, maybe next year I'm going to do it." And it was like, "Well, the holidays are coming. Why don't you go ahead and, they said, we want to sell our stuff." And I said, "You know what? Let me think about it. Let me, get more information on how to do the pop-up shop." And so let me, everything to me have to come with a plan and brainstorm. So I brainstormed it, I planned it, I saw what other people was doing, and I said, okay, I made some calls. Called some people called other people, and I was like, "Hey, I'm doing this." I sent everybody information. You all came out there with Soca Hustler. Y'all did y'all thing, and everybody was very excited about it. And I mean, before it was even over, people was like, "Hey, I'm doing the next one." I mean, even after the last one I did, that was really cool too. I was, what excited me about it, not just me coming out there to sell my sales, but just being able to let other people come out there and show their products and sell their products, because doing a pop-up shop for me, it's a lot of work, because I'm already so busy, but I get excited that other people come out there and sell their products and put their items out there for the people and grow their business. So for me, that's what it's about when it comes to the pop-up shop. It's just helping other people, So
definitely
that's
giving them a platform.
Yes.
All right, that's cool.
Yes.
All right, so another segment that we do have, and it's called the Top 5. So we want you to tell us your top 5 artists, starting with your number 5, and you go to your top number 1, which I already know who it is, but I'm gonna let you tell it. So run down your top 5 for us.
Oh my goodness, I have so many favorites. It's hard to really say. To me, all of them are the number ones, but I mean, Barris Hammond, of course. Barris Hammond.
He's number what?
Like
you
I
gotta
said,
put him in a number.
Number 5, Barris.
Okay, that's number 5.
We have, believe it or not, Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Number 4?
Lil Wayne.
Okay.
I love Lil Wayne. I love his style. I love his flow. Love his attitude. Definitely Lil Wayne. Love Rihanna, of course. Represent for Barbados. Love Rihanna and Lauryn Hill.
Ooh.
With this lineup, I gotta see who's number 1 with this lineup right here.
You know what? This person is my number 1 favorite, because he's not just an artist. He's just not an entertainer. He is history. Bob Marley.
Ooh.
That's my favorite godfather. I don't know if you all know. Every year, I'm always happy birthday to Bob Marley.
Definitely, yeah.
That's every year. Growing up, that's what we listened to. If that was growing up, reggae, Bob Marley, that was the first music one of the first music that I listened to growing up. So
that was an inspiration.
he's not just he's just not a musician. He's a historian, just everything, just music historian.
I like his
icon.
favorite thing. Like, he's not the rich man. Rich is.
You know, not only that, his
right there. What's rich to you?
Revolutionary, very revolutionary.
You know what I like about his music too? A lot of things that he sang about back then. It's happening.
Yes.
Still relevant.
You know, I mean, it's amazing. It's like he was a prophet.
Yes.
So that's crazy. So, Ma, you want to take us into the last topic of the night?
You already know.
Uh-oh.
All right, so boom. You know. All right, so I'm really in New York at the end of the day. It comes out. It's so funny. This comes out. So on March 20th, you guys already know, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. we have the first Cooler Fest in New Orleans. Bring your cooler. Please do not bring cups, ice, or chasers, as it will be provided. So people have been hitting me up as of recently, asking me what to wear. Please dress comfortable and cute. This does not mean wear open-toe shoes because your foot will get trampled on. Please wear sneakers, all right? So please wear something to cover up your toes. We're not having powder this time, right?
No.
So you don't have to tie your hair up. Don't come with a fresh flat iron here, though, because you will sweat it out. I will make sure of it. If you ever partied with me, everybody's going to have fun.
I will make sure of that. You mean?
Right.
But let me get him some more information.
Yes.
As of now, this is just breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. The venue for this year's Cooler Fest is 1861 Religion Street. For those of you guys that don't know, that's the Vibes Nation. So 1861 Religion Street.
You sure?
Definitely. Sorry.
Sure
1681. I didn't clean my glasses. 1681.
You sure they were
Sorry,
okay?
Steve. I'm sorry. I apologize. Johnny, I apologize. All right. 1681 Religion Street.
That's uptown, y'all.
That's uptown off Tropictulas. You don't want to miss it. We got DJ Rod Smooth in the building. None other than DJ Cash is going to be in the building. From New York City, we got Camouflage Sounds, and out of Florida, Fire Flame Sound. It's all going out March 20th. VIP sections has just been added to this event, ladies and gentlemen. So get your tickets, get your VIP. If you want the VIP sections, hit up 504-875-6912. All right? The VIP, you get a canopy, you get a hookah, you get canopy. The canopy 6. It seats 6. So, and you get, pretty much that's it, because the Cooler Effect. So you don't need no bottles or nothing like that.
You bring your own drinks, all right, y'all? It's going to be
the drinks, your cooler, we got everything else.
And please bring your mask. No mask, no entry. I can't stress that enough. Like,
that should be standard by now.
It should be, but you know.
Yeah.
I will turn you around at the door. Trust and believe. I did it last time.
Look. People buying the tickets already, yeah?
Definitely.
Right?
Of
Got
course.
my ticket.
Okay.
Of course.
Don't come up empty-handed, because I will turn you around.
Right. And another topic I want to touch on and get everybody feedback on, like the state of Carnival.
Woo!
Like, where do we go from here with Carnival? Because now, I don't know if you use a big Tribe, man, so you should know this. Tribe is thinking about doing Carnival on a ship. I'm not talking about having a cruise and just soca music. No, they doing a Carnival on a ship.
That's the first time I hear about that.
Like a boat?
Trust me, Steph. I got one up on it. I got him. I did my research. I got him. But yes, Tribe is about to do a Carnival on a ship.
Is it gonna be like Uber Cruise? Or like bigger?
Isn't that the thing they were doing with Marshall?
No, this is a full-blown Carnival on a ship. I don't know how they're gonna pull it off, but
they put in a quarantine bubble.
Hey, I don't know,
that's
but
what they're thinking.
As far as other countries, like, who do you guys think is gonna be the first one to break out and say our carnival's back? Who you think will have the first carnival?
Miami.
I was gonna say the same shit. Either Miami or Atlanta.
They don't listen at all. Like the last time I was in Atlanta, the club was definitely popping.
Atlanta's open.
Like it's
already
big
crazy.
open.
Atlanta is open.
All right, so outside of the United States, which country?
Trinidad.
You know they're gonna say Trinidad. You don't think so?
Nah.
Trinidad.
I think St. Lucia.
Yeah, I think that's where it was. Yes, they were in the news about the carnival coming up.
Yes.
For this year?
Guess I flying out.
Yeah.
And believe you me, it's going to be big.
Oh yes, people are ready.
Okay.
Everybody just patiently waiting.
I mean, just for anything, you know.
It had a basement party in New York with 300 people, bro. A basement party, and it got shut down.
I mean,
so people want to come out a basement party with 300 people.
I was just watching
with Private Ryan.
We from New York, so we know. Them basements are small as shit. Yeah. How you fit 300 people in a basement?
That is crazy. Them basements,
crazy, man.
People want to party. People want to get home. Man.
I mean, it's still cool in New York, so you know them basements. They was sweating, but it was good sweat.
I remember parties back in New York, like the walls were literally sweating. It was just now with COVID,
oh, that's crazy.
But I think St. Lucia gonna be the first one, and then everybody gonna follow suit.
I just want a nice Grenada party. Like just go to Grenada and have a nice time, but. I don't know. You feel like Grenada's gonna open up too?
Yeah. I think Trinidad is gonna take a minute because they so we not.
So they're really suffering from last time they were open up because they opened up while this whole epidemic was at a high.
Yeah.
And after that, you see Trinidad actually had some of the worst stats.
Yeah, because they were open.
And that was because of the carnival.
Yeah,
so
I mean, just like New Orleans carnival, everyone had carnival at the same time. No one shut down. Yeah. I mean, from here to Europe to Belize, everywhere still had carnival the same year the pandemic actually was, you know, so it affected a lot of people.
All I'm saying is next February, I'm trying to go to Guyana for Mashramani. If I cannot go, man.
But don't fret, people. Like one thing I do know for certain, Carnival will be back. New Orleans Carnival will be back. Trust me.
Bigger than ever.
You know? So tell the people that want to reach you how they can get in contact with you with your salads and Nola Massive. So let the people know what's up.
Different platforms.
Well, of course, Facebook. I do not have a Facebook page for my salads yet. I will create one, but of course, with all my, you know, just being able to keep up is just challenging. So I haven't actually opened up a Facebook page for my salads. I will, but you can still reach me on my personal page, which everyone still do, which is Sophia Charles. You know, everybody like, you know, I can't find you on social media. You know, it's funny. I was in the store the other day and somebody was like, Sophia, that's you? I didn't know the person. But you sell the salads, right? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I had my mask on. Right. It's like, I couldn't find you on the Sophia. I said, well, this is where I'm at. But besides that, on Nola Massive, you can find me at Nola, Nola Massive, on Instagram, as well as Super Salads, _ Nola on Instagram. And you can always contact me. The easiest way to reach me is by text. I've learned that DMing me is very hard, especially during my rush time on Fridays. I've missed people trying to reach out to me, trying to get a salad because, you know, I communicate. It's easy to reach me by text. It's right there. I'm not on social media most of the time on Friday. And if you DM me, 9 out of 10, I've received DMs and I reach out to people a week later and I'm holding my chest like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I missed a person. So I had to figure out something. Please text me 504-319-3495 if you want a salad.
Y'all hear that? Don't DM her. Text her. Okay.
Say that number again.
504-319-3495. Text me. And you know, it's funny because I do get texts at 1 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, because, you know, just I guess people are like me, you know, you remember about it at a certain time, and believe it or not, I really get texts at that during those times of nights.
So what time do you open? Because I'm a teacher.
Oh really?
Yeah, and you know, sometimes I just want a little salad for lunch or whatever.
Well, like, you know, not saying teachers, hi, Jefferson Parish School System. Thank you all so much. We actually cater to a lot of schools on the West Bank. Like I said, I mean, it's just been, I get so excited. Just, you know, you could tell I'm passionate about it now because I get so excited, you know, to know that, you know, I could serve these people for lunch and just to know that they really want my salad. So it's not just bringing 1 or 2 salads. I mean, I'm bringing like 15 to 25, even 30 salads to different schools. So thank you to all of the schools that have reached out to me and going to reach out to me. You know, I'm just excited I'm able to, you know, be part of their lunch.
Great.
And some people dinners in their homes, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be my dinner.
Okay.
So, Sophia,
yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It was our pleasure to
I
have you.
appreciate it. It was my pleasure as well. And you know, I you know, some people's like CEO. You know, I appreciate that you because most people say owner of. And you know, for you to say CEO, and it's great that you put that on. And I think more people that have their own business. Right. I think if you believe in yourself, and if you could believe that you are a CEO, you're going to work hard to, you know, to improve and be best. Grow your business, and just being able to title yourself as CEO. I think that's just doing that was exciting for me, you know. And because like I said, most people say owner of such or such, but you know what? There are real CEOs of companies, and why not be a CEO of your own company? Why wait till 10 years or 15 years from now to say you are the CEO? You're the CEO now.
Y'all hear that? You're the CEO now.
Okay.
Okay.
So people,
I appreciate that.
Hit like and subscribe to the channel. That's the only way we're going to keep this going. And thanks again for tuning into The Den. My man Cash going to take us out with the closeout music. And I'm going to make a couple announcements for some upcoming events to hit the city, all right?
DJ Cash.
If you send me the location, then I'll be right there. You make her come check you, my baby. No time, no. And my dog is on probation. Another 5 years.
Yes, people. New Orleans Caribbean Explosion presents Version. The man himself, he's going to be here Saturday, May 1st. Early bird tickets are now $30. And it's going to be $50 at the door.
Your boyfriend's
tickets will be sold on Eventbrite. And the venue for that show, ladies and gentlemen, is 833 Greenleaf Drive, Harvey, Louisiana. Again, New Orleans Caribbean Explosion presents Version. Saturday, May 1st. Check it out.
9 more if your babes want sin. I had me a famous thing, goals and things, gains and things. My house party, a base station. Girls wanna chase us asleep.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, on March 20th, we are doing a fundraiser for St. Nick. March 20th is going to be at 808 Morningside Drive, Cherrytown, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. while supplies last. The choice of one barbecue chicken, curry chicken, or steamed fish, served with vegetable rice, sweet peas, macaroni pie, and a drink. Also, there will be a raffle with a liquor basket. To reserve your plate in advance, please contact Juju at 504-905-6362, Nigel at 504-957-9428, Oscar at 504-717-6415, and Phil 646-235-0418. And the slogan of this, ladies and gentlemen, in this family, no one fights alone. Again, it's a fundraiser for the St. Nick Cancer fundraiser, $10 a plate. Please go support this movement, people.
If she white, well I sure don't the it. Baby, if she blue, well I know that I jam in you. Ladies, if she black, well I sure don't the it. Ladies, if she red, it like a hose. Every color where you bend. Oh God, that way you show me your colors and bend.
You are some girl take them granny man. Wanna plan to do no lesbian. If you do you take a girl man. And you no matter where you come from. Come on, you see that don't be there. That only get check and like. Meanwhile, sexy food and like traffic light. One half a girl. If a girl get right, you will be a top of girl and jump. Girl you know say shout out, ooh yeah. And you now borrow from shout out, ooh yeah. So when the word of the people them start to shout it. When we say East, we sound and sound it. We send the fire when we play the game. What
as a breeze. Roll out the cool as a breeze. Wallet look like a science book, where a school never teach. Rev the truck up to the mountain top, and as soon as me reach, go get the skunk, kick the shoes off my feet, then me bless the cup, 32 songs me read. Give thanks for the love me receive, me work every day, in the street and every day, and with nights like these, when a holiday, touch on the beach, a white t-shirt and a cut off jeans, and we not need no sneakers. Oh.